Get out of my restaurant.
Davis kicks her out of his restaurant. So she comes back later with irrefutable evidence in the form of an affidavit with 3 exhibits proving his innocence. A was a dry cleaning bill from her suit. Exhibit B was a swatch from her suit with the stain on it. And Exhibit C,
sworn statement from my gynecologist.
Oh, Joan, please stop.
This man probably thinks Joan is genuinely insane. First of all, she wanted to sleep with him, so she pretended to be drunk. Then she threatened his business with legal action if he didn't take her home. So she tried to induce a power dynamic in order to force him to have sex with her. So she tried to essentially coerce him and manipulate him into sex. Then she comes back with this affidavit of interesting evidence, one of the pieces of evidence is a sworn statement from her gyno. I would have gotten a restraining order if I were Davis, but he is just as much of a creep as she is, because here's how I know. So she's also like, here, take my earrings, give these to her. She should come around. And he was like, I actually don't want her to come around.
She should come around.
Actually, I'm not sure I want her to. When I told her nothing happened, she should have believed me. So it's starting to sink in that maybe we shouldn't be together.
You glad this happened?
Oh, my mother most certainly is.
That to me is so stupid. Like at the end of the day, yes, trust is wonderful and trust should be had between two people in a relationship. But at the end of the day, trust is nuanced. If you are behaving in a way that brings question or some kind of pause to your partner, you should be willing to explain that behavior. It's one thing for someone to be harassing you for information or stalking you or making you feel uncomfortable or inducing surveillance or being obsessive or some kind of oppressive behavior. That's understandable to not want to deal with that. And also being questioned over minor things excessively, no one wants to deal with that either. But trust is built and earned and maintained. To maintain trust, you have to be willing to communicate. So if you do something like take a female patron home and you're gone for a long enough time for a whole wash and dry cycle on a washing machine, so I'm assuming between 45 minutes to an hour, and then you come back and people are saying y'all slept together because she said y'all slept together and you're not willing to explain that, and the mere question of it means that we should be broken up, then we should be broken up. Because no one should get absolute immunity. You still have to communicate. You still have to maintain and sustain the trust. And if you are behaving in some sort of suspicious way, you should be willing to explain that. There are times when we should have to improve our innocence if we have done something, especially something so out of the norm, that brings a serious question into our partner's mind. If I were to stay out all night and not come home until the morning, and my husband say, hey, where have you been all night? I can't be like, wow, you should trust me. Yes, my panties are in my purse. Yes, I have on one shoe. And yes, my makeup is gone and I stayed out all night and turned my phone off and threw it in the river so you couldn't track me. But how dare you ask me where I was? That would make me an asshole. And that isn't trust. You are asking for